hello. Do you guys hear me all right? I'm
Hey
using a new.
there.
Is the sound good?
Yeah, I think it's good. I can hear
Okay.
you well. Let's give it a couple of minutes until everyone finds their way.
I'm also starting the space. Ooh, I know what I have to do. I have to do things so that I don't get all the notifications. Yay. Okay.
All right. I think Reika just managed to start the Twitter Spaces. So basically, we've been experimenting with the structure to broadcast our Discord community call on Twitter as well. Also, I want to give a warm welcome to Lemon XYZ and Dorina XYZ. They are brand new members of our little guild core community and started working with us in the past few weeks.
Yes, so everybody's aware. I'm multitasking here, hosting the community call on Discord, and we're also streaming it from my phone to Twitter Space for folks that join from there. So everybody bear with us with the audio. I hope it's not too bad. I hope it's on the good side. We'll also be recording this, so everybody who's not here, which is none of you, they'll have a chance to re-listen to everything. We're also introducing this important use of audio that we're finally launching a YouTube channel so that every community call, stand up, and later on, like use case and other events that we're hosting are going to have their own little space in our YouTube channel so that everything can be re-listened to or re-watched if it's video. Hello, everybody. Okay. In the meantime, we should wait like one more minute for people to join. Until then, we could do like a little bit of a forward while we're waiting for the audience. So this is Guild Community Call. All of you know, very happy to be here. We haven't had this in quite some time. I think we had the last one in June. We've been slowing down the shipment the pace of the shipments a little bit because we're doing more major things, and very excited to share that with you today. This community call is mostly about a little bit of team updates and a tiny bit about the community, that what's happened in the meantime, what we started. Hannah's going to talk about that a little bit, and we're also introducing and talking a little bit more about the new features and these platformless memberships that we're launching next week. We really wanted to. So this we're going to talk about the integrations in like a medium. So we're not going to talk like very technical or anything, not very philosophical. We're just going to tell you how it is. And we're going to have more deeper conversations about each of the integrations later on. But also the launch is coming next week officially. So you guys are the first testers and the first audience to go through this whole quest and this new release and feature set with us. We really wanted to have an opportunity to show everything to you first. So this is it. And then everything comes out more officially and better explanations from starting next week.
Yeah, so consider this an alpha leak. This is very
Yeah, kinda. Okay,
All right.
sweet.
let's get started.
So, hello everybody who just joined. Mene, I'm gonna mute you because your volume's up. Also, MS1. Actually, Dorina, can you mute them, please? Everybody who has their microphone on and doesn't speak right now, you can mute them, please. Thank you. So, hello. Let's get started. So we kind of did an introduction about what the call is going to be like, what is it about, and I'd like to give it over to Hannah so she can talk a little bit about what happened with the community and with the team and introduce that to you guys. So Hannah, over to you.
Hi everyone. Can you hear me? I just want to double check.
Perfectly.
Good, super. So actually, I just want to state that before we get started, it's like from now on, we would like to start recording our community calls and hangouts. So it's going to be recorded, and if it's all good and all these things, like we're talking about, is we want to give it to everyone. We are going to upload it, or we are planning on like doing like a YouTube library or so. So we just wanted to give like a heads up. So people who are here knows about it, and who cannot make it to the call can tune in afterwards. So actually, yeah, I would like to start with some recent team and community happenings, because a lot has been happening in the back since the last time we had our last community call in middle of June. So let's start with some quick team updates. I just want to share a really good news with you guys. We are happy to welcome our new community slash marketing manager, Dorina, who is on the call now to onboard, because she's here to strengthen the non-tech team of Guild. So it's the four of us or three of us, something like this. So it's super exciting. She's going to be helping us with everything that is like non-tech related with the communications, the PR, the marketing, and all these things. So she's going to help you out in the community with these kind of things. The second thing that I wanted to share, it's more like community related. It's about the early testers. We gathered some eager Guild friends from the core community and built a collective of the enthusiastic early testers. Basically, they are the people who are helping us testing exciting new integrations and features, and helping us by giving feedbacks for our UX, UI, and like overall feedback, guys, for improvements to us before we ship anything to the public. And I just wanted to tell you this info, guys, because we are happy to onboard more early testers. So if you're interested in becoming an early tester, or you just want to get like alpha access to like new features and all these things, like everything that we are like announcing now is like we were testing with them before. So if you want to be part of this, just shoot like a DM to my way or something like this, and I'll get you on board. So yeah, and I will pass the stage to the others, because we would like to tell you more with the community, right? Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I highly recommend everyone to get on the alpha tester team, because maybe some of the features we are gonna show you there still have some kinks, but this is a great way to get engaged with Guild and to help us develop the products that the best communities deserve. And actually, another way of engaging our wider community is that we just posted our first bounty on the work a month ago, which was designing more icons to our Discord server. So we have this like black and white pixelated kind of aesthetic, and we wanted to have more DAO and community related ones. So we posted a bounty. There were about 10 submissions, and the top 3 will be chosen in the next week. So that's very exciting. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it for community. So Bruno just wrote me the time a little bit. Yeah, let me adjust my input volume. Okay. How about now? Is it better now?
Better, yeah.
All right. Sorry. Right. So to the next chapter, which is basically giving you a peek into our recent developments. As you know, Guild started as a simple token gating tool for Discord, and then we quickly developed it for Telegram as well. And we continuously added more and more features, including the POAP dropping, more advanced role assignments, adding more chains, adding more integrations like gating a mirror NFT and some more. And but our vision all along was not just for these platforms, but basically building communities on any platforms and between platforms and basically in the platforms. So to fulfill that vision, next week we are launching, I think, 4 new integrations. Some of the notables are Google Workspace or G Suite and GitHub, basically making it available so that folders, documents, sheets, or any other type of Google files can be independently or together gated via Guild roles. And similarly in GitHub, repos and pull request rights can be gated by roles. The cool thing about it is that you only have to hold one role and have access to all the areas. So we are evolving from having like a simple one-on-one gateway between requirement and an access to having a requirement, having a role, and having access in multiple places. So it's really a structure for memberships. You are part of a community and you automatically have access everywhere. And I think Rekha will tell you a little bit more about each of these integrations.
Yes, please. I'll also share my screen. So sorry for the Twitter folks, but don't fret because Hannah is going to post a live broadcasting of where I'm sharing. She prepared a very nice TLDR. So stay tuned for a thread on the Guild page. She's going to post the pictures there and everything and a little bit of explanation. While you listen, you can check that out. But I'm sharing my screen here. Sweet. Are you guys seeing it?
Yep.
Okay, yep. Sweet. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. So the first thing that we introduced, it doesn't seem like such a big thing because we already had Telegram and Discord as possible gateable platforms. But what we did is now we essentially rebuilt the whole logic of permissioning in the backend. But what you can do now is have both in a guild. This is my usual, I think you guys know this guild by now because I showed it every time. It's my usual little showcaser guild, the home for homies. And you can have both of those merged into one guild. So before, like for example, we did a Telegram and a Discord for Daniel Allen, the musician, and he has both a Telegram group and he has his server, and he had to do 2 separate guilds to do that because it wasn't merged before. Now you can do one guild. So like your community gets together more into one cohesive space and have the different access parts of it underneath, like just one hood, you know? So it makes way more sense. I also going to show you our own guilds. One which has way more spicy things. It looks way more extensive, not just the 2 platforms, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. The second integration that we can talk about is the Twitter one. Twitter is very, very... Oh, do you want me to talk more about the Discord Telegram one, or can we hop?
Yeah, I think let's go to Twitter.
So Twitter is on the requirement side. So, you know, guys, what Guild is doing is there's the requirements, which are like NFTs, tokens, allow lists, or now off-chain elements like Twitter. And there's the roles within the community. So your guild set up like this, like the guild members, alpha testers, And the third thing that we connect is platforms or where the access or permissioning actually makes sense, which is like Telegram or Discord. So right now we're adding multiple different things to the end parts. So like the requirements and the platforms are now with our SDK are coming permissionlessly editable. So this is our first launch for that. We are launching it ourselves at first, of course, to try it and to showcase to you. But Twitter, it's fully on the requirement side. So you can say with Twitter to be a requirement can be to follow an account, or does this account follow you? Or do you have a specific a string of letters, so like .eth in your name, or do you have a specific emoji in your bio or in your name? Which essentially means that you can make a group for like everybody that your mom follows, or like, like everything is possible that way. And it's not like buying an NFT. So like I had a tweet not too long ago that said how easy life would be if I could just make a Telegram group for everybody who follows me instead of like making people buy my shitty NFT just to get, gated access to something. So now you can do that. Now I could do that. Maybe I will. That would be funny.
Yeah. So basically, like the social cues from Twitter get the same utility on Guild as an on-chain asset would get. You can get different things based on that, and you can move around the structure.
Yes. Next integration that we're going to briefly talk about is G Suite or Google Workspace, as it is more official to say that way. As I learned in the recent weeks, Google likes to be called Google Workspace. So call it that, guys. That's the official one. It is on the platform integration side. So Twitter was the requirement. Google Workspace is on the what you gate side. So what people gain access to or as a reward, kind of. For that kind of our flow, what was manageable with the Google's Everything API is you share. So like how you invite one person to edit your document, you can invite a guild email address as an editor, and then we can manage. Oh, thank God I brought water. I remember these community calls that I'm always like coughing in the middle of it. I'm sorry. Okay, so you can manage who can view, so like get reader, commenter, or editor access within your files, and you can do it fully automatically. You don't have to add them manually anymore, or you don't have to do this like free for all access, because if you have a document or a sheet or a slides, you can only set permissions to be like everybody with this link can view, everybody with this link can edit. From now on, you can choose from all the other requirement combinations and just essentially say that who satisfied my requirements and got this specific role can view my document. Who satisfied other requirements and got the other role can edit my document.
Right. I think it's going to be very powerful using a combination of these different permissions, because let's think about a DAO. Maybe some part of a DAO is working on something. They do it in Google. They can edit those documents, but maybe some other parts of the DAO they want to see it for transparency. Some other parts of the DAO maybe they want to comment it, and you can build this like very gradually and in a modular way for any setup.
So spicy. I don't know if you guys hear this, but like the level of knowledge bases that we can make now, insane. Okay, I'm way too excited. Okay, let's move on to, is this the last one? Maybe it's the last one that we're gonna introduce is the GitHub integration. So GitHub is an interesting one because me as like a non-dev person, these are like my first occasions that I use GitHub, but I know that it's the core of like Guild as well. It's the core of every project in the space. And it makes a lot of sense to be like more free in deciding who gets to add it, who gets to be added as a collaborator to your repository. So GitHub is on both sides of the equation. So Twitter was a requirement. Google Workspace was a permissioning or rewarding. We clearly haven't decided on the nomenclature yet, guys. I'm sorry. So like Google Workspace was on the access side, but GitHub is on both of these. So GitHub can work as a requirement in a sense that you can say that only people who start my repository, thus giving me a lot of credibility in the space, because the more stars you have on your project, people more like think it's a reliable one and help you like grow in a way, get more legitimacy. So like people who start my GitHub repo can then enter my Telegram group or my Discord server. So like people who have been at my GitHub and supported me this way can get a separate role within the community. But GitHub is also on the access side. So let's say I hold your very expensive, oh, I'm so sorry about the screen. Okay. So GitHub can be on the other side. So I bought your very expensive membership NFT to your community, like I always do, like a good supporter that we are. And that NFT grants me access to your private repo so I can collaborate. Or it could be like a fully more not purchase way. It could be I helped you grow your Twitter account by following you, putting your emojis in my name, creating this like shared identity and growing your meme and lore on Twitter. And then I also participated in more than one community call in your community and have POAPs to show as proof that I've been there. And I also gained access to more than one Google Workspace, like knowledge base parts, and I've read those. And after this, I get to be added automatically as a collaborator. And maybe I also get access to a specific Telegram group with all the devs and all the like core contributors of that specific project so I can start collaborating with them. That's cool, right?
Right. I also want to mention here that we have an upcoming integration with Git PoApp, and I see that. Oh yeah, Colfax is here. Hi. Which is very cool. Hey there. Which is very cool because basically Git PoApp did a version of PoApps based on GitHub contributions. And with that, you can build a gradual user journey around development. So basically, let's say either for educational purposes or for developing a protocol or product, you can give newcomers simpler tests. If they solve that, they get the Git PoApp and they get access to the next step of the code base and then can work with that. So I think that's really cool.
Also,
Colfax, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I guess just to add, like, so we're distributing POAPs based on your open source software contributions, like you're talking about. And I'm just like really excited about the things we can do with Guild to empower software communities and open source projects and DAOs to coordinate better based on like Guild gated, like, I mean, Google Workspace, I mean, amazing for like evolving like specs and things that you only want your contributors that have contributed in the past to contribute to, as well as like the GitHub integration. I'm super stoked about too, because think about this, like you collaborate with a group of people on one project and now you can create a new GitHub repo that you can collaborate with only the same people on. So I'm just really excited about, all the possibilities are opened up by this.
Great.
Thank you. Thanks for pitching in. Also, don't be alarmed. I stopped sharing my screen because I realized I was not about to show anything to you guys. I was just sitting on our Guild's page. We are trying to be, Bernard and I had a discussion about this, like how secretive do we want to be? Because the next part of the conversation is about the first little quest that we made for you guys for Guild community as a whole to embark upon together. But also just a little heads up for people who join later. So this community call has been long awaited. We have taken a little bit of break, have been busy shipping and building up this new campaign of changing our narrative from token gating for Discord into more platformless membership stuff. And we're talking about a little bit about our integrations, but mostly what is coming up right now is pointing you on the first step of this little quest, which involves essentially a showcase of, like, we really wanted to show you how it feels to participate in quests like these across these platforms. So you know firsthand whenever you want to create your own, or you participate or you help advise other projects do these for themselves so like they can grow and strengthen their community. So I don't want to jinx everything. I really like Bernard's idea that I should be more secretive about the whole quest thing.
I think it's not just about like being secretive. It's about that basically our first and primary product design principle is to make intuitive things. So we can talk about it here and we will talk about it more. But basically, you can just go ahead, try it, feel it, use it, look around. I think that's probably the best way to kind of get to know any product.
True. Okay, so the first step of the quest, we're going to do this offline off the call though. So I'll just tell you okay, should I tell you the first step later? So we have a little bit like talk time, questions. And
yeah.
We also have, Bernard, I know we talked, we don't have a POAP for the call, but we're going to do this offline off the call though. So I'll just tell you okay, should I tell you the first step later? So we have
Yeah, I think not offline, just async. But yeah, I think we can like open up the floor before we get to the whole questing for questions, because we will talk about these integrations a lot, and we will talk about a lot what it means to be multi-platform, to build membership structures across platforms. But you know, if and I know that like some of these introductions were very brief, but if anyone immediately has a burning question, like I think this is a good time to ask it.
Agreed.
All right. I think we did a good job. Everyone understands everything. That's good.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, I'm a little bit too excited, guys. Okay, so I have to talk a bit about our whole campaign, because I've been working on this for the past month. I'm not gonna jinx a lot of things, but essentially what we realized is that all our releases so far have been mostly a Twitter thread and maybe an article if we were like good about it. So we want to step that up. And also we realized that token gating is also a very crowded sphere now, and that was never our goal to just be a token gating tool. And we realized it's very timely for us to kind of mix that up and change the narrative. So we put together a pretty big plan of doing that, and this quest is like the very first attempt at doing that and the very first stop. And I'm super excited that we, like, obviously we're gonna do it with you. You're the best. I could never do anything without you guys. It would be the best. So yeah, we are. The next thing that I can tell a little bit about is next week we are more publicly coming out with an article and then more media pieces about the full release and the potential and the capabilities of the integrations. So yes,
Yeah.
that campaign is going to be pumped.
One thing which we realize is that we need to do a good job explaining everything and educating everyone, because while our tools are intuitive, I think of it as a no-code tool. So basically, it lowers the boundaries to build cool stuff, but also it has a high ceiling of how complex stuff you can build on it. And to realize some of it, I think we really need to bring some of our philosophy behind it and some of the core principles of the product across.
Yeah, so starting from next week, we're coming out more publicly. We're also going to work with a little bit of a few partnership communities that are trying out this quests for themselves. And from next week, it's also going to be permissionless to create these. And we're going to create like some tutorials and helping. Maybe like we should do like an online, like maybe we should do like a live workshop as well with the community so you guys can create your own quests live at the same time. I don't know if that would be too much on the back end, but it would be fun. Maybe we should do that. Yeah. So back on track. I know we also have a POAP for this call. I don't know how, Han, you want to distribute that?
Yes, actually, I just want to give you a heads up before I post it. I'm going to post an embed in the stage text. So just in 1 second, I will just set up our bot, and then you will be able to claim your POP for being here with us. Just a second.
It's also just a little bit of more alpha here. So, well, I don't know if it's alpha. We talked about this before, but only a little bit. So we are doing this native POAP distribution integration. I don't know if we can say that publicly, but we're becoming the official POAP distribution bot on Discord for sure. And we have tried this with you guys already last month. We've been shipping this integration for a little bit. We are adding more spice to it with more chains and paywalls and everything exciting. But yeah, so that's how we distribute bots in the community calls right now. Super cool.
Yes. So I'm gonna send the embed. So I just hope it's gonna be all good. But let us know if there is anything,
With the claiming. Also, thank you, Hannah, in the name of everybody here. Thank you for looking out for us and getting a POAP. Because I know Bernard and I said there should be no POAP for the community call because there's a POAP in the quest. So we should we shouldn't do too.
I already got it done.
Yeah, you
Now
did it.
go and claim it before.
Yeah.
I clicked.
Han is very, very generous of POAPs.
Everybody on the Twitter
I'm
Spaces.
trying. I hope I will get also.
So everybody in the Twitter Spaces, if you want to get a POAP for participating, jump into our server, into the server text channel, and you can claim it there. I got like 4 links, to be fair.
Yeah, you got the ones that you already participated at. So just click on the first one, which is Guild XYZ Community Goal 6.
Okay. I don't see the names. Okay, I see. Okay, my screen was too small. Okay, so first one, claiming. Okay, this works. We tested this already. This works. Also, I had such a blast because one of our like greatest inventions of the year is the alpha tester group within the community because there's so many of you that are so patient with us and so interested in everything that we're like building, even if it's like not fully perfectly functional. And I could not be more grateful for always participating because I had the best time because Hannah and I always are very anxious about this POAP drops because never works. Was so smooth. Okay, it worked now. I claimed my POAP already.
Manu, try some of the other links. So basically, to give you a view behind the scenes, we include multiple links because we are still figuring out the structure, how to make sure that everyone gets a link which is individual only to them. This is due to some of the ways how we are connecting with POAP. So basically, it's still part of the alpha testing here, and this is kind of an intermediate solution.
No, this is alpha version 2. This is it's more. Anyways, have patience. I love how most of it worked already.
Yeah,
if you want to get into the alpha tester because you feel like you have the patience and the vibes because we have the best gifts in there. I feel like, especially when the POAPs don't come. When we tested the POAPs, it was the best gift party for like 10 minutes. It was brilliant. Shoot Hannah or I a message and mostly Hannah, please, so we can get you in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the quest. So I feel like it's time. It's been 34 minutes. If none of you have any questions right now that we can talk about a little bit, because we had the idea of not expanding on our own ideas, but kind of try to listen to you a little bit more because we are going to put out so much content in the next coming weeks about this anyway, that we really wanted to hear like your thoughts on the platforms, the integrations, like what possibilities you see, what you would like to see, or maybe like some activities that we should do or could do together even as a community. So if you have any of that, shoot right now. But if you don't, we can get into the quest because that's going to be a lot of fun. Who's typing? Can you not? Thanks. Okay. So if none of you have questions, okay, I'm going to give the first direction to the quest. It's going to be, so we've done all parts of it right now for the expansion that as far as it's going, but we are constantly going to add more and more steps. There's going to be 2 roles within that you can go through. You'll see which ones and where they lead you to. But later on, we'll add more and more tasks or possible bounties or parts of quests for both roles. And you have also always an opportunity to get deeper into the other role if you'd like. So just keep an open mind in the next coming weeks, or actually like forever from now on, because we'll always keep these roles up. These are not just for the sake of this quest. We're going to keep these up, and this is actually like how we're going to structure the community. So first, can I have a drum roll? Can one of you do drum rolls? The first step of the... Thank you. The actual typing noise is awesome. So the first step that you can do, Hannah, have you made the start quest visible for members?
Yeah, I just texted you in this second that I made it. So now you can see it. If you're a guild member, which you are, obviously, you can see under the quest category, you can see one channel which is called Start Quest. And then Rika will tell you more.
Yeah. So if you're not a guild member, it just means that you've connected your wallet onto our guild on the guild website, so that essentially you're in the Discord server and you've connected your wallet once already. That since then you have the guild member role. If you don't have it, that's the flow you have to follow. So guild XYZ/our guild. It's on the top if you don't want to write the URL. It's on the very top. We are more than 4,000 already. And get in the Discord. And there's, like Hannah said, there's a category called Quest, and you can only see one channel for now, unless you complete like more and more steps. There's more channels that are going to be visible for you with more and more directions in. We've also have treats for you. We've been working on making this as personal as possible. So I hope you'll enjoy what you find in there. And yeah, give us feedback wherever you can. I'm so looking forward to embarking on this journey. So yeah, give us feedback on the quest, and we'll see you in the specific channels and everywhere where you end up with the quest.
Super exciting. So basically, this is the first time anyone outside of the guild core team is trying these new integrations.
Also, if you find bugs, let us know as well. We're here to fix everything. This is especially like if you can look for bugs. I'm changing that statement. So if you can look for bugs, because we want everything to be smoother for the bigger launch in the coming weeks. So do it. I'll see you in there. And thank you so much for joining today. And if you have any questions, you want to be an alpha tester, you want to, you have problems with something, you have new ideas, shoot us questions. We're always here. And thank you so much for everybody for joining today. We're cutting this short. It's okay. I guess it's okay. Yeah. Yes, a little bit of like tying things together. So we are releasing new integrations, not just having Discord and Telegram as possible access points in your guild. We are also putting in new data sources such as Twitter or GitHub into the equation, and also new platforms that you can gate on, which are like Google Workspace. So anything in a Google Drive, a file, a folder, a video, pictures, whatever you want to have, and GitHub. So you won't be able to create one for yourself. You can do that next week. But you can participate in our quest and kind of have first-hand experience and like feel out how it actually is for yourself. And yes, thanks again for joining. I'm wrapping this up.
Yeah. And maybe one final note that in the coming months, like we are gonna add more integrations like this to take your community even more places. So if you have strong ideas where Guild should be present, and where to token gate things via Guild, also let us know in the Discord. We are always open to any suggestions. There are probably very good ideas we haven't thought yet, and you might have.
Yes. So please, everything. Okay, I'm not elongating this. We're always here. So bye-bye. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.